Hi and welcome to another tutorial. In today's lesson we'll learn how to recreate this cool looking variable font effect using Adobe After Effects. So anyways guys, let's jump in. So the first thing you need to know is what is a variable font, and basically it's a font that contains variables. Some of those variables are things like weight or slant, etc. So you can see here is an example of how to use a variable font where you can change the weighting of the letters and you can do something cool like this. Now, the best way to get a variable font is to go to Adobe Fonts, make sure you click on that search button for variable fonts, and then go and add it to your font collection. So I'm using Early Sans variable here. There are also other sites that you can explore and you can get your own variable fonts, but this way is probably the easiest way. Once we have that, then we will take it into After Effects. So here we are in After Effects, and what we need to do is we need to create a new composition. And for this composition, I'm just gonna go with a 1920 by 1080 pixel document, 30 FPS at a duration of about 10 to 15 seconds. Just press OK. And what we are going to do firstly is we are going to create a new composition. We're just gonna call it main. And then what we are going to do inside the main comp, we are going to add a new text layer, and this text layer is going to use that variable font that I was talking about before. So I've made sure that I've selected my Early Sans variable font, and then I've just aligned it to the center of my composition. So now once you have your text, the next thing that we need to do is we need to open it up, go to animate, and then go to variable font axis, and then you can click on weight. And once you've done that, then you get access to the variableness of the font. So in this case, we are going to increase the font axis size to the maximum 900. And you can see what is happening there. So now that variable of weight can be adjusted. So that's one thing that we are going to do. Now what we are going to do is we are going to animate that. So if we go down and if we open up the range selector, what we're going to do is we are going to animate the offset. So I'm going to hit that stopwatch. I'm going to set this value to -100. So that will start all the way back at the start. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to move to probably about 2 seconds. And then I'm gonna go all the way to the other way. So it's a +100. So now if you preview that, now we have our first little bit of animation happening there. So what I need to do with that is if I go into my keyframe assistant and just go into easy ease, now we have a nice smooth animation that works just like that. Now if it's too fast or too slow, you can adjust the end point of where you want this end keyframe to be. So I'm going to keep it around there. The next thing that we need to do is I'm just going to go and open up the advanced settings, and I'm just going to change a few things in here. I'm going to change the shape to ramp down, and I'm just going to change the ease high to maybe, let's say 50%, and the ease low I'm going to change to probably about 25%. And then if I preview that, now it creates a nice slower version of that. Now I want that to loop out all the way to the end. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold Option, go back to my offset stopwatch, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write loop out, and then in the brackets I'm going to write ping pong. And now if you've done that correctly, now you will see that it will constantly loop out. So it will go up and down, and that's looking pretty good. So that's our first little text. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pre-compose that layer, and I'm going to call it text. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that layer, and I'm going to keep one for the background. So I'm going to call one, I'm going to call it background text, and then the other one is going to be our main text like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to turn the eye off on our first layer, and then I'm just going to work on the background text. So what we need to do here is we need to double click on that BG text layer. And inside of here, if we go to region of interest and we just draw a region around the text and just have a look at where it kind of ends up. So make sure that it goes and fits in there. And then what we can do is, if we go into composition and then we go to crop comp to region of interest, now we have a comp with that region of interest in there. And so once we have that, then what we are going to do is we are going to search for the effect called Reptile. And then if we drag out the sides and drag out the up and the down. Now, if you want to scale that back down a bit, you can. But as soon as you scale it down, then you have to make sure that you increase the Reptile as well. So all I'm going to do is just make sure that I've increased it in every which direction until we have something like that. And so that's going to be our background. Now again, you can play with the scale and stuff like that if you want it bigger, smaller, etc. So maybe I'll keep it, you know, something like that. Cool. So now once we have that, then the next thing that we need to do is I'm just going to change the rotation slightly. So I'm just going to press R on my keyboard for rotation. I'm just going to do it probably about 4 degrees. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to animate the position. So I've just pressed P on my keyboard for position. I'm going to hit that stopwatch, move to the end of the composition, and I'm just going to drag it down a little bit, just like that. Now I don't want too much movement here. So I want something, you know, quite slow, just like that. So I think that's looking pretty cool. The other thing that we need to add on here is we need to lower the opacity. So I'm going to lower it to about, let's say 10%, and then we're going to put some effects on there as well. So the first effect that we are going to put on this is a vignette. So I'm going to add that in there, and honestly, you can kind of leave it like that. It's got exactly what we kind of want, a vignette around everything, but you can play around with some of the settings if you want a, you know, kind of like a smaller area over here, or if you want to change the angle, etc. But I'm pretty happy with that as it is. So now the next thing that we need to work on is our main text layer. So I'm just going to press S for scale and then put it to a scale that I want. So I'm pretty happy with that. And you can see what the animation kind of looks like already. But the next thing that we need to do for this is we need to add some gradient and some stroke. So if we open up our layer settings or layer styles, and then if we go to the gradient overlay, all right, and now if we open up the gradient overlay, you can go in here and edit the gradient. So what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go to color hunt and I'm going to take these two colors, and then I'm just going to paste them inside of here as well. So I want it to be reversed with the lighter color at the top, and yeah, cool. I think that looks pretty cool. You can play around with some of the gradient settings as well, but I think I'm going to leave it like that. The next layer style that we are going to add in here is we are going to add some stroke. Now you can play around with what stroke color that you want, but again, I'm just going to go to color hunt and get that top whitish kind of color, and then go back to my stroke, and then you can put that in there. You can play around with how thick you want the stroke. So maybe let's go to something like 8. So I think that's looking pretty cool. So now we have the stroke around there. Then what we are going to do is we are going to add an effect on this layer. So we are going to add roughen edges. And if we go into roughen edges, and if we change the evolution, now you will see that the edges will actually move. So you can play around with how much of this you need. So you can lower the border a bit, maybe something like that. You can play around with the complexity as well if you don't want it to be too crazy. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and hold Option or Alt, click on that stopwatch and write time times, let's say 1000. And so if you've done that, now you will have some movement on the text as well. So the final thing that we need to add in here is we need to add another new adjustment layer, and we need to search for the effect called noise. And I'm just going to bump that up to about 10%. And the final thing that I'm going to add in here is I'm just going to add a new layer, and I'm just going to call this BG. I'm going to put that all the way at the bottom, and in here I'm just going to search for the effect called gradient ramp, and I'm going to go back to color hunt. I'm going to use that like kind of grayish color, and I'm going to replace the white with this, and then I'm going to change that to a radial ramp. Then I'm going to swap the colors, and I'm going to move the start of the ramp to the middle over there, and then the end of the ramp to somewhere over there until you have something like that. And so that's about it for this tutorial. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something, and I'll see you guys in the next video.